Hello and welcome to this lecture of Company Law. In this particular lecture, we are going to discuss about Section 62, which is further issue of shares. So we had gone through Section 61, which was for alteration of share capital in our last lecture. An extension of alteration of share capital is further issue of share capital, further issue of shares, which is governed by Section 62. So without wasting any time, let's get into Section 62. Section 62 says that a company can issue further shares to its shareholders or to its members or to general public. Now, there are three basic routes through which this further issue of shares can be done as per Section 62. The very first route is through issue of right shares to existing shareholders. Now, what do you mean by right shares? Right shares means shares are issued to existing shareholders and they have a right on those shares, hence it is known as rights issue or rights shares. So any general public who is not a shareholder will not be able to purchase these shares under this issue. Only the existing members, existing shareholders can purchase these shares. For example, very recently, Reliance Industries came up with a rights issue. The first type of further issue of shares is issue of right shares. The second type is issue of shares to the employees of the company. Issue of shares to the employees of the, again, it is not to the general public, but it is to the employees of the company. So the second type is issue of shares to employees. And this scheme is also known as ESOPs. It is also known as ESOPs, which is employees stock option. Employees stock option. And the last one is issue of shares under preferential allotment. Under preferential allotment. Now, this can be done to any persons other than the existing shareholders, other than the employees also. So this issue can be for existing shareholders, can be for employees, or can be for private individuals also. All these three types we are going to understand in the further slides. So, where at any time a company having a share capital proposes to increase its subscribed capital, by issue of further shares, such shares shall be offered by issue of right shares, issue of shares to employees, and issue of shares under preferential allotment. This is what is covered under Section 62. Okay, so let us get into one by one into each one of them. Okay, Section 62, subsection 1, clause A speaks about rights issue of shares. Rights issue of shares. Now, as I told you, rights issue is done to the existing shareholder. Let us look at the process which is given under this particular section. The process is that the company may at any time propose to issue further shares to the persons who at the date of offer are already existing holders of equity shares of the company, and such right issue will be given in the proportion of shares which are held by such holders. So normally a company will come up with say 2:1 or 1:1 or even 10:1, such kind of ratios. These are only examples. Such kind of ratios the company can come up to offer its existing shareholders the shares of the company, which is in proportion to the shares which is held by the holder. Okay, this part is clear. Now, the next point is the company has to send a letter of offer. See, a normal issue, that is IPO, you would have seen that a prospectus is issued by the company. But in case of rights issue, the company has to give this notice through a letter of offer. And this is given to the existing shareholders, and it will be subject to the following conditions. What are the conditions? The offer shall be made by notice. Specifying, notice means letter of offer, specifying the number of shares offered and limiting a time. There will be a time period within which the shareholder can accept the offer or decline the offer. the time limit will be not being less than 15 days. Not being less than how many? 15 days. Not being less than 15 days and not more than 30 days. So 30 days from the date of offer, within which the offer, if not accepted, shall be deemed to be declined. So the shareholder, say the shareholder receives the letter of offer on 1st October. On 1st October. Now the provision says that the company shall not give a time which shall be less than 15 days and shall not be more than 30 days. Shall not be more than 30 days. That means the company has a flexibility to fix it on 15th October itself, or it may have the flexibility to give the time till 30th of October, but not beyond 30th of October. Not beyond 30th of October. Because not beyond 30 days. And minimum of how many days has to be given? 15 days. I hope this is clear. So the next point is the offer aforesaid shall be deemed to include right exercisable by the person concerned to renounce the shares. What do you mean by renounce? So whenever a right is given, the right is of the shareholder to accept the shares, or he may not exercise this particular right by declining or rejecting, or we also call it as renouncing the right. Renouncing the right to accept the shares or to purchase the shares. Okay, this part is also clear. And the notice referred shall contain a statement to this right. So the notice shall contain very clearly that the offer stands valid from say 15 days and maximum to 30 days. Whatever the timeline between these days the company decides, that has to be specified in the notice. At the same time, the notice shall also refer to the right of the shareholder to accept and as well as renounce the right to purchase the shares under the issue. I hope this is clear. So this was rights issue majorly. There are some more points, some additional points under the rights issue, which is covered again under section 62, subsection 1, clause A. See, after the expiry of the time specified in the notice aforesaid, or the receipt of earlier intimation from the person to whom such notice is given that it declines to accept the shares offered, then the board of directors may go ahead, may proceed and may dispose these shares which have not been accepted in a way that is, it is not disadvantageous to the shareholders and the company. So the discretion is there with the board of directors to dispose. Say Mr. A and shareholder has renounced his right on 1000 shares. In that case, those 1000 shares can be disposed by the board of directors in a manner which is not disadvantageous to the company or to the shareholders. In case of private company, if 90% of the members, in case of private company, if 90% of the members have given a written consent, then the period that we had mentioned, which shall be not less than 15 days, can be even lessened, even brought down to a specified period if 90% of the members of the private company give a written consent. So they might decide that the maximum time limit is 7 days. For that, 90% have to give a written consent. I hope this point is also clear. So section 62(1) subsection A is clear to you. That's the end of rights issue. Now the second type was section 62 subsection 1 clause B, which speaks about ESOPs. ESOPs means shares which are offered to the employees of the company. Now these shares which are offered to the employees of the company may issue further shares to the employees through the employee stock option scheme. Employee stock option scheme, it is known as ESOPs, it is also known as ESOS. Now the procedure for the same is that the company will have to first pass a special resolution for it. Company will have to pass a special resolution for it. And in case of private company, an ordinary resolution is required. In case of public company, the special resolution is required. But in case of private company, ordinary resolution is sufficient. And the conditions are prescribed in rules provided. That is not in the scope of this particular examination for us. So the only thing that you need to remember in section 62 subsection 1 clause B is it is relating to the issue of further shares to the employees, which is under ESOPs or ESOP schemes. And in case it is a public company, a special resolution is required. In case it is a private company, an ordinary resolution is required. Okay. Now, section 62, subsection 1, clause C speaks about preferential allotment. Speaks about preferential allotment. Now, this has a relation or reference to section 42, which speaks about private placement. Now, under section 62, subsection 1, clause C, preferential allotment is issue of further shares to any persons by way of preferential allotment. Any persons by way of preferential allotment by passing a special resolution, and it may be either for cash or for consideration other than cash. It may be either for cash or consideration other than cash also. And the pricing of the shares shall be determined by an valuation report by a registered valuer. So there are valuation rules which are there, as per which the registered valuer will submit an valuation report as per which the pricing of the shares will be fixed. And it is subject to compliance of other conditions as may be prescribed by the government under any of the rules. Okay, that again is not in the scope of our examination. Okay, and the process to issue these shares is provided under section 42, which I just referred to, which is about private placement. I will upload a separate video on section 42 for private placement. Okay, so you can refer to that video very soon. Now, this is section 62, subsection 1, clause C. Even in section 62, subsection 1, there are some additional provisions with regards to conversion of debentures or loans into equity shares or shares of the company. Let us look into what these particular provisions speak about. Now, in case of section 62, subsection 1 shall not apply. First of all, it shall not apply to increase in subscribed capital caused by exercise of an option attached to the debentures issued or loans taken by the company to convert such debentures or loans into shares in the company. Now, the company may get into an arrangement where they issue debentures or they borrow some loan from any financial institution or any other institution in which a clause might be entered in the agreement to convert such debentures or loans after a certain period of time into shares of the company. These are normally known as convertible debentures. Now, whenever a company subscribed capital increases due to conversion of debentures or loan into equity shares, which is exercised by the debenture holder or the lender, in that case, section 62, which is issue of further shares, will not be applicable. The provisions of section 62 subsection 1 will not be applicable to such a transaction. Which transaction? Conversion of debentures or loans into shares. Okay, this part is clear. Now, provided such terms of issue or loan have been approved by special resolution passed in the general meeting. Obviously, whenever a conversion of debentures into equity shares or loan into equity shares is done, it has to be approved by a special resolution in the general meeting of the company. In that case, section 62 subsection 1 will not be applicable. I hope this point is clear. Now, the next point is where any debentures have been issued, or loan has been obtained from any government or by a company, and if the government considers it necessary in public interest, then the government may pass an order to convert such loan or such debentures into equity shares of the company, and on such terms and conditions as the government feels reasonable. Now, this is a point which is about conversion of debentures or loans into shares. Conversion of debentures which are issued to government into equity shares, and that is by an order, mandatory order, which is passed by the government, and the terms and conditions are also fixed by the government as it may seem to be reasonable. I hope this point is also clear. Okay, and next point is in determining the terms and conditions. As I told you, the terms and conditions may be decided by the government as it deems to be reasonable, and for the same they shall be taking into consideration having due regard to the financial position of the company. to the financial position of the company, the terms of the issue of share, debentures or loans as the case may be, and the rate of interest payable on such debenture or loans or such other matters as it may consider necessary. So there are 3 points which the government will take into consideration whenever the terms and conditions for conversion of debentures or loans into equity shares is done by the government. In that case, the government will look at the financial position of the company. Second point, the government will look into the terms and conditions under which the issue of debentures or loan was taken by the company. And the third point is the rate of interest which is payable on such an debenture or loan or any other matter if it considers it necessary. All these things will be considered when the terms and conditions of such conversion will be fixed by the government. I hope this point is also clear to you. Now, in case the government passes such an, I told you that such conversion order by the government will be mandatory for the company to adhere to. If the company is aggrieved, company says it is not acceptable, company says it is not acceptable, in that case, the company may, within how many days? Within 60 days, appeal to the tribunal. Tribunal means NCLT. Tribunal means what? NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal. It can appeal to NCLT within how many days? Within 60 days of such central government order. So I hope this point is also clear, very important point. So that's it for this particular lecture. I hope section 62 subsection 1 clause A, rights issue, section 62 subsection 1 clause B, issue of further shares to employees, ESOPs or ESOs, and section 62 subsection 1 clause C, which is about preferential allotment. All these 3 points are clear to you, as well as conversion of debentures or loans into equity shares of the company. It shall also be clear to you. That is the hope that I am having. In case you have any doubts, you can write down in the comment section. I will surely reply to you with a clarification on the same. And if you have understood this particular lecture, please like the video and share this video with your friends and groups. And if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Thanks a lot. Stay safe, stay healthy.